Today's movie has one of the most unforgettably gruesome transformation scenes ever. In other words, PruTube is gonna hate it. Welcome to Sick Flicks, where I take a deep dive into the cinematic sewer to help you embrace your inner gore geek. I'm Mike Bracken, aka the Horror Geek, and today we're tackling Philippe Mora's cult classic gross out flick, The Beast Within. Released in 1982, this one has about everything you could ask for from an 80s creature feature. An A-list cast of character actors led by the venerable Ronnie Cox, some excellent kills, and one absolutely gruesome monster transformation scene. It's like it was made for this show. But enough about that. Can The Beast Within kill off enough Mississippians to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's get to the gore and find out. Today's movie is about a beast within. Let me tell you, there's a beast within me, and he's always hungry. I'm a powerlifter who hates cooking and basically eats the same 3 foods all day every day. So, when Factor came to me and asked me to try out their freshly prepared gourmet quality meals, I jumped at the chance. And it was one of the best decisions I've made in ages. Let me tell you why and share a special offer so you can try these delicious meals for yourself. So, what is Factor? Well, Factor makes meeting your nutrition goals easier than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian-approved meals right to your doorstep. Their team of gourmet chefs creates each meal using only the highest quality ingredients, ensuring you feel your best all day long. So, why choose Factor? Well, for starters, they offer stress-free meals. This summer, take the stress out of meal planning with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Every meal is chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, and ready in just 2 minutes. With a weekly menu of 35 options, including Calorie Smart, Keto, Protein Plus, and Vegan and Veggie, there's something for everyone. Plus, you can choose from over 60 add-ons each week, like breakfast items, snacks, and beverages to keep you fueled all day long. I went with the Protein Plus plan, and it definitely lived up to my expectations. Beyond that, Factor also offers time-saving convenience. Skip the grocery stores, prep work, and cooking fatigue. Factor delivers chef-crafted, approved meals right to your door. With over 35 meals to choose from per week, there's something for every appetite. Plus, there's the personal experience factor. Personally, Factor has been a game changer for me. It cuts down on grocery store trips and cooking time, giving me more time for my favorite activities, like watching horror movies and playing video games and wrestling with my grandson. I love the flexibility of the plans. You can easily adjust your order size, share meals with loved ones, or skip a week when you have special events. My favorite Factor meal so far has been the queso fundido, but everything they sent me was delicious. Now, here's the deal you've been waiting for. Head to Factor75.com or click the link below and use the code HorrorGeek50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code HorrorGeek50 at Factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month of orders. And remember, the meals are fresh, never frozen, and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Don't miss out on this fantastic offer. Thanks again to Factor for sponsoring today's video and keeping me well fed. And now, let's get bloody. We fade in on a very low effort title card. Way to phone it in, guys. The Beast Within, it's a documentary about my powerlifting career. Starring Ronnie Cox. You definitely remember him from films like RoboCop, Deliverance, and Beverly Hills Cop. And you may remember Don Gordon from films like Bullet, The Towering Inferno, and Papillon. Hey, veteran character actor R.G. Armstrong. We last saw him way back in Evil Speak, but he'll always be Evil Uncle Lewis from Friday the 13th, the series, to me. I gotta say, these 80s horror movies were wild with the kind of talent they'd get to be in them. Ronnie Cox and R.G. Armstrong? Honestly, I'm not worthy. But the embarrassment of riches doesn't stop there. Here's L.Q. Jones, who you may not know by name, but definitely know by his rugged, craggly face. Oh yeah, we're also getting a very slow and deliberate full moon establishing shot. Hey, Meshach Taylor! He was best known for his work as Anthony on Designing Women, but was also Christopher Kid Reed's dad in the Kid and Play flick Class Act. So, what do you think of Bert's editing work? Oh, I love it! Hey, the feature debut of writer-director Tom Holland! Holland's list of career credits is impressive, but he's best known for directing Fright Night. Fun fact, Edward Levy pitched the screen idea with just the title, then couldn't get it written, so the production brought in Holland to draft a script. Levy then wrote a novelization of the film, and directed by Philippe Mora. Mora would go on to direct Howling 2 and 3. And with the credits over, we head into the movie proper. Look, lady, I said I don't want your Mary Kay. I barely bathe. Ronnie Cox is a good husband, though. Come on, honey, we'll get him at the next stop. Oh, Mississippi in 1964. Christ, that's older than me. House establishing shot. Kinda looks like the Myers house. Evil has come to your little town, Sheriff. Movie? What are we doing? I'm not really in the mood to hike through the forest. And another moon establishing shot. Look, honey, I'm just trying to be supportive here, but you may need to do some retargeting on your Mary Kay marketing efforts. 50-year-old bearded gas station owners are probably not your target demo. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah, this car has a fantastic turn radius. Great, you're stuck in like 2 inches of mud. I love that the average guy's solution to getting stuck is to just mash the gas harder. That always works. Well, shit, Florida, nothing. I'm out of ideas. Man, he's so out of ideas, he's just like, fuck it, I'll just go off and buy a new car. Be right back. And what do we have here? Oh yeah, you should totally go investigate. What could go wrong? Oh no, not old Yeller! Please don't hurt me. I'll give you all the free samples of the Mary Kay Extra Emollient Night Cream in my trunk. And she runs right into a tree. Would you believe that? Oh god, is this about to turn into a P-Hub version of Swamp Thing? Is this what they meant by the title, The Beast Within? The moon is like, let's just watch a bit and see where this goes. Fortunately, help is on the way. It's Fred Sanford and Son. Lamont, go find that lady, you big dummy. Do kids even remember Sanford and Son? Christ, I'm old. Ronnie Cox does eventually find her, though. Yes, this is going to put a real damper on their honeymoon festivities tonight. God, where is RoboCop when you need him? And now he's headed back to the future. I've got good news and bad news, folks. The good news is you have a healthy teenage boy. The bad news is he's part Swamp Thing, so he might be attracted to potted plants. Also, why is the top of the doc's head so out of focus? Ronnie is not taking the news that they're going to have to keep their son on a steady diet of Miracle Grow well.
I don't want my son sustained, and I don't want any chances. I want him cured.
I bet that kid is just growing like a weed. Can't decide if this guy is more Captain Kangaroo or Jaws producer David Brown. I'm leaning David Brown.
What kind of medicine are you practicing here, doctor?
Well, I'm a board-certified horticulturist. Did my undergrad at Mississippi State. Anyway, the gist of all this jibber-jabber is the kid needs to cut back on the Miracle Grow because he's growing too fast, and no one knows why.
We don't know, unless there's something left out of the picture.
Fine, I confess. I did it with Swamp Thing. It's not Ronnie Cox's kid. Are you happy now? And Ronnie is really not taking it well.
He is my son. He is my own son and nobody else's.
Oh, yes.
Aw, look, honey, any Swamp Thing can make a baby, but you raised him. And the kid's about to have surgery. Nothing to worry about, son. We're just going to put you under for a little touch-up pruning. God, this kid is sweating like Joe Spinell is his father. And there's the wavy flashback effect. House establishing shot. Young Lonnie Elam returns to the Myers house. Oh God, it's the cabin from Evil Dead. Don't let that thing out, it'll swallow your soul. This is me anytime someone plays a Toby Keith song. But it was all just football practice. It's gonna be okay, son. You just relax. Doc's gonna graft some viburnum clippings onto you to help you fill out. Sure, the kid's in the hospital, but let's head back to scenic Niobe where the magic happened. Looks like they drove right into a Claudio Fragasso flick. There's still time to pull a U-turn. These birds have the right idea. Quick, let's get the flock out of here. Today in subtle southern accents.
Well, honey, you come to the right place. I'm just a fan.
She's like a female foghorn leghorn. While that's going on, his wife heads over to the writer's room for some new script pages. And now Ronnie Cox is off to see the mayor/judge. Look, I'm the chief of police in Beverly Hills, and I'd like a little interdepartmental cooperation here. And surprise, the mayor and the newspaper editor know more than they're letting on.
I know.
Then it's off to see the sheriff. Look, Sheriff, I know budget cuts are making it hard to keep the proper number of deputies on the payroll, but at Omni Consumer Products, we've come up with a new type of officer. You might call him a RoboCop. Well, this scene's over. Better get back to it. Back at the hotel, they get even more bad news. Honey, he doesn't want any Mary Kay or a RoboCop. This trip is a bust. Turns out it's actually the doctor, and he's got bad news of his own.
It's Dr. Odom. Michael's missing.
I believe the title of that film was Megan is Missing. Maybe this was a prequel. God, he even sweats when he drives. Gotta find a restroom before I birth this food baby on the rich Corinthian leather. How many time cards does one movie need? House establishing shot. I'm sure we're gonna figure out why they keep showing this house at some point. Man, this place looks empty, but I sure hope they got a working shitter. If not, I can just drop a load here in the living room, I guess. Doesn't look like anyone's using it. Oh God, is he talking to the toilet?
Will you promise me?
And is it answering? Now we're heading into the basement. If there's a reel-to-reel tape deck and a Hills Have Eyes poster down here, I'd advise running. Hey, you think maybe we need more lights for this scene? Nah, screw it. It's good. Meanwhile, in another movie, it's time for a new installment of Caricature Theater.
Missy, that boy of yours ain't worth the pottage you pay him.
Man, the accents in this movie. Just a total chef's kiss. Look, son, we already told your mom we don't need any Mary Kay products. Now get off my porch before I call the cops. Jesus, they should have named this dude Keith Sweat. But it turns out he's just here to deliver the meat.
Hell yeah.
No, not like that, you pervs. Some actual meat. Also, why is this kid who just escaped from the hospital delivering groceries? I'm so lost. Hey, here's a little something extra for you. Go get yourself something nice, like some sweatbands. Then shit gets real weird. Are those cicadas?
No, it can't be. Not this time of year.
Unhappy with his tip, our hero decides to take it out in trade. A pound of flesh. By God, the Undertaker just put him through a table! I bet you thought that was really JR, didn't you? And now he's gonna give him a hickey. House establishing shot. Oh hey, it's R.G. Armstrong. Wait, is this our main character? I can't tell because he's not covered in sweat. So I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is your son is a lost cause. The good news is that makes him the perfect test subject for Project RoboCop. The next day, the mayor finds our dead guy. He can't really show up, but it looks like the beast within has gotten out. Oh, and here's Meshack Taylor. This must have been before he went to work for the Sugar Bakers. And another house establishing shot. Drink. Oh, she's working on a needlepoint that says no solicitors. Should have finished it faster because now this dork's on her doorstep.
What's your name?
Amanda Platt.
Can I come in? Do you have a boyfriend?
I don't.
No? You should.
Yeah, he's not wasting any time. But before he can seal the deal, here come the cicadas.
Wait, you want me to go get the doctor?
So, if you're lost about the cicadas, you're not alone. Turns out that Tom Holland used the Native American curse Song of the Cicadas as the driving idea for the film. Unfortunately, most of that stuff got cut, making the cicada sound seem sort of random in the finished film. Oh, smooth move. He's about to show her his beast within. Maybe the most unerotic kissing scene ever. I mean, are they making out or is he trying to eat her face? And here comes Fido. Let me lend you a hand. Apparently in this town, the sheriff also has to bury the victims. Uh-oh, here comes Dad, and he's pissed.
What you doing here, girl?
Just making out with some random boy. I was gonna give him a handy, but the dog beat me to it. Come on, girl. We're getting the truck out of here. Now it's time for some exposition. Seems like Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel, let the kid off light.
A couple of years back, caught his wife in bed with another man.
This, again, ties back into the Song of the Cicadas thing. Not that you'd know if you didn't know about it in advance. Oh, look. We've got some plot holes. And another time card. Alas, poor Yorick. Jesus, that's a lot of bodies. Is this one of Dexter's dumping grounds? Yeah, just top-notch lighting here. If you didn't know, Dexter Ward is a nod to Lovecraft's The Case of Charles Dexter Ward, wherein Ward becomes obsessed with an old relative named Kerwin who was allegedly a wizard. Bonus points if you notice there are Kerwins in this film too. And if you didn't believe me...
Dexter wasn't Undertaker when Emily died. Dexter was his assistant.
Who was?
Lionel Kerwin.
Is it just me, or does L.Q. Jones look like the love child of Charles Bronson and Dennis Weaver? Anyway, this dude's looking pretty stiff.
Hell yeah.
No, I mean because he's a corpse. I'm sure rigor mortis is set in by now. Yeah, before someone will actuallys me in the comments, I know rigor passes in time. If you are about to type that in the comments, take some MST3K advice.
Repeat to yourself, it's just a show. I should really just relax.
Anyway, Corner Dude is thinking some deep thoughts. If oranges are orange, why aren't limes called greens? Meanwhile, Monster Kid is apparently having his first wet dream. Football practice! Yeah, just me and a bottle of Mad Dog. I've been there. I think I found my dreams in the bottom of this bottle. Oh boy, if he eats a drunk, will he get drunk too? Guess we're gonna find out.
Don't you recognize me, Tom?
Billy Connors.
No idea what's going on here. Guessing this is more stuff tied into the cicada thing that mostly got cut.
Can you do the magic like the locusts and the cicadas?
Nailed it. It is a shame this stuff got sort of excised. It adds another level to the movie, and it feels sort of disjointed without it. So basically, the beast within is some kind of weird possession thing.
I came back for them, all the Kerwins.
Back at the mortuary, someone snuck in, and they're basically playing a game of formaldehyde and seek. Tag, you're it! Well, good news. We found the plot. Well, that or the cameraman fell into a hole in the middle of the scene. They head back to the morgue and find this blood trail. Well, that or the Kool-Aid man has sprung a leak. Oh yeah! Thermometer is popped. I think that means Thanksgiving dinner is ready. Honey, I think I got a lead on someone who might need some Mary Kay. Not now, babe. And now it's a police song, because he's watching every breath his new girlfriend takes. Guys, it's probably a little late to be trying to sell these people your overpriced beauty products. Anyway, they run upstairs and Cletus finds Michael in his daughter's room. Needless to say, he is not happy.
Next time I'll kill you little bastard, you hear?
No, can we get dialogue coach Linda Day George in here?
Bastard! Bastard!
Man, this dude has like an 8-head. You could project movies onto that thing. And then he gives his daughter a taste of his pimp hand. And everyone's ready to go home, except Michael.
Don't talk to your father like that. He ain't my father. Billy Connors is my daddy.
And technically, he's right. Of course, the only person who knows what's going on here is the town drunk.
It wasn't Billy, it was the boy. The McClary boy come back as Billy.
Lance Henriksen, any observations to share with the class?
That's the stupidest fucking thing I ever heard.
But he's not wrong, because now this kid's gonna hit R.G. Armstrong with a stiff forearm shiver. And acting. Almost as good as Shatner screaming Khan. Maybe they're related. This dude is awful sweaty. He's setting him up for the Super Slam. By God, he broke him in half! Stop the damn match! These ECW main events were lit. Oh God, are we still doing these cards? Does this ever pay off? Yeah, Michael's back at the girl's place. Dude never learns, but more importantly, is that Chekhov's rifle in the background? He sends her off, but then chows down on some of her blood from a cut. Oh yeah, that's finger licking good. But before she can get out of Dodge, he goes psycho. Imagine thinking this wuss was scary or intimidating. Am I supposed to believe she doesn't see him hiding right there in plain sight? Now he's setting her up for the choke slam. Kool-Aid Man Part 2. Oh yeah. Say what you will, but the dude can make an exit. But it is weird that he brought everyone to his cyst removal procedure. Man, this is some dodgy looking effects work. And acting.
Kill me or you won't be able to stop him! Kill me! Michael. Kill me! Kill me!
Oh, hey, mood establishing shot. While he's mutating, Ronnie Cox and the cops go to investigate the root cellar. Normally, I'd put Taggart and Rosewood on this case. They're my best detectives. But I guess you guys will have to do since I've got them tailing that Axel Foley asshole. Oh, hey, it's Billy Collins. He's looking great. Lost a ton of weight. Speaking of looking great, clearly he's not going to sweat this thing out. A hot shot of clenbuterol will fix you right up. This is the face of a woman who will definitely ask to speak to a manager. Clearly the clenbuterol has made him way more vascular. Check out those veins. Boy, the 80s sure did love a good inflating prosthetic gag. Now it looks like it's time to split. It's like a back vagina. I don't even know if Dr. Pimple Popper can save this dude at this point. This really is one of the great overlooked monster transformation scenes from the 80s. Right up there with American Werewolf and The Thing on a lot of levels. Oh yeah, looking great! I'm not gonna lie, I am stunned no one's made that into a creepypasta meme. I mean really, this rivals the Brundlefly transformation for sheer ick factor. But Cletus has seen enough, and he starts blasting. But that doesn't even slow the dude down. He's gonna lock in the claw. R.G. Armstrong with a very solid Colonel Sanders cosplay right here. And don't look now, but I think the Predator has been here. Oh yeah, that's a tremendous kill. Definitely the Predator's handiwork.
It shed his skin like a cicada.
Yeah, thanks movie. We got it. I don't think you're gonna be safe in there. The judge ditches his hairpiece in a bid to escape and move to Metropolis and start a new life as Lex Luthor. But But surprise! He does make it to the police station though, which is convenient since it means he can deliver some exposition.
When he caught Billy and her together, he like us went crazy. He had to take Billy and lock him up in that cellar. And he kept him there, and he kept him there, and he kept him there, and he kept him there.
But it gets worse.
Robbing his own coffins to feed Billy his flesh, the human flesh Billy needed to live.
So yeah, he fed him his dead love.
But he got out, and he attacked my wife, you son of a bitch.
But story time is interrupted when our mutant shows up for the climax. Definitely feels like Cronenberg's riff on Carpenter's Assault on Precinct 13 right here. I see you. The judge locks himself in a cell for safekeeping. But you know that's not gonna work, right? Told you. And just insert your own Brandon Tenold decapitation drop here. Funnily enough, the MPAA was shown a more sedate version of this scene, but they found that more disturbing than Michael actually ripping the judge's head off. So, that just leaves his girlfriend Amber on the hit list if you're keeping score at home. She's very good at running. Oh no, is he gonna put the beast within her? Well, the doc's trying to get her to the hospital for a dose of the old morning after medicine. Ronnie Cox gets attacked, but his wife calls shotgun. Literally. Oh yeah, very gooey exploding head gag here that ProTube will absolutely shit a brick over. Well, look at the bright side. I guess we won't have to pay for his college now. Sheriff's like, I'd arrest you for manslaughter, but I'm not sure that was a man. House establishing shot. And cue credits. So, what have we learned from The Beast Within? Well, for starters, that there were some pretty smart horror movies in the early 1980s. The biggest tragedy of the film is that they cut so much of the backstory from Holland's script. The Song of the Cicada component is really interesting, but you only really learn about it if you research the film's production, since most of it got cut. And that's a shame, because it's an interesting idea. But enough about that. Can The Beast Within kill enough Kerwins to earn a coveted 5 barf bag rating? Let's go to the gore card. In terms of gross anatomy, this one really delivers. We're treated to a decapitation, a ripped out throat, one living embalming, an incredible transformation sequence, and an excellent shotgun blast to the head. Most of the gore happens in the last 20 minutes, but trust me, the wait is worth it. As such, I'm giving The Beast Within the full-on 5 barf bag rating. This one is definitely a sick flick that feels like it doesn't get its due. Looking for another movie with a classic gooey transformation scene? Then be sure to check out my review of The Howling. You'll find a link here on the screen. I'll meet you over there. Until next time, I'm Mike Bracken, aka The Horror Geek, bringing you all the splatter that matters.